You ruined it.
I did.
You ruined the bit. Because they were going to go, Ryan, you muted, and I was going to be like, no, I'm not.
You actually couldn't hear me.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's popping fiction? Oh, yeah, it was a bit. It was a bit. I don't know. Thought of it on the fly. How you doing, everyone? Welcome to Tardis Wiki Roulette. We've done 75 of these now. That cool? Isn't that cool? How we doing today? What's going on? What's going on? Hello, Cookie Boy. Good to see you. Hello, all of you wonderful people. So, I mean, do I have to explain how the show works? Do I have to do that part, or should we just spin the wheel? I think we should just spin the wheel. Skip all the preamble. What's that? What? Yes, I think we should spin the wheel. I think we should definitely do it. But first... No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, baby.
What's it going to land on? What's it going to be? First spin of the day. Is this a real entry? Why do I have a bad feeling about this one? Why do I have like a bit of a sus vibe about this one? It's real. Why do I feel like this entry is either going to cause me great mirth or great pain? And there's nothing in between. Let's find out together here on Tardis Wiki Roulette. Oh. Oh. Let's find out together. Let me grab the wiki real quick. Okay. E was an androgynous angel who fell from heaven after failing to announce its relocation to all of creation. Instead, they became corrupted and sold their wings for a cheeseburger. E was imprisoned on the planet Sheol, location of the tourist attraction Heaven. They were discovered by Perry, who had been killed by a group of putty, so that she could see E and convince them to finish their job, like the putty from Power Rangers. Do they mean the putty from Power Rangers? I feel like this is the immediate question I have right here. Oh, I guess we just don't know. I'm going to say yes. Oh wow, another one. Wow, thank you. I'll grab that real quick.
Yeah, I made it special.
You made it special?
Dressed it up.
You dressed it up? Yeah, there you go. Now we got the dressed up Twitch link. Follow my Twitch. I need 5 more followers. Make it happen. Cherub-like, is that true in Power Rangers? Well, I feel like that's subjective. However, they were discovered by Perry, who had been killed by a group of putty, so that she could see why and convince them to finish their job. The putty restored Perry to life so that she could help E close the gates of heaven. When that was accomplished, the putty took E to the real heaven, though they didn't get their wings back. I'll create 5 more accounts. Yeah. I can't officially endorse that, but yeah. Okay. Make a Twitch account, sign up, and I'll never bother you again. How about that? How about that? How about that? You don't even have to watch anything, although you should. You should. My streams are great. Just a lot more of this. Alright, let's go.
I'm there on Monday.
You are there on Monday. Felicia's there on Mondays, and that's good too. We're going to spin the wheel again right now.
Yeah, baby.
Feeling kind of loose today. Feeling a bit griddled though. I feel like a chewed meat stick. I feel like griddled. feel like a pepperami that someone like chewed but didn't bite.
Little nibble.
Just a little nibble, yeah, just a little nibble. And then like put me in the fridge. Don't know why. I don't know either. Is Stovian one of mine as well? I don't know. I don't know, Vian, if Stovian is one of yours. We'll find out. Some interesting entries today on Tardis Wiki Roulette. I love this mouse pad, by the way. It's lovely. It's lovely. It's very nice. Felicia got me an ergonomic mouse pad. We've done this one before. The Friendly Invasion audio story. Okay, I'll grab that one. Thank you, Craig. Is this a real entry, Craig? Or are you yanking on my plank again? Which one is it? That made you laugh. Made the cat laugh too.
Yeah.
I thought it was a very funny joke, Pipette. Okay. I got that one. That one's nice. That one's done. Fotheringown and Romana from Battle for the Universe have been added as well. Did you add my suggestion? Yes, I added your suggestion. Yes. Oh, I didn't add Comrade Clark and Lucky Day or Christmas non-valid sources though. So I'll quickly pop those on the wheel, Xavier. Okay. There we go. And Christmas / non-valid sources. That one's probably important too. Okay, I think we have everything now, unless there's new ones that have been added since I went away and then came back. The long way round. That's a Doctor Who reference. Well, a couple of those were me, but thanks. In fairness, I don't know or remember where any of them came from. What are you doing to me, Nick Simmons? Why would you put that on there? Why would you put that on there? We're going to have to talk about the well eventually. I'm just putting it off right now. Okay. The Midnight Entity is on there. That's not why I feel like a chewed pepperami.
Pepperoni.
Pepperami? You don't have pepperami. You have meat stick. It's just a spicy meat stick. It's like really thin, really chewy. Pretty good. The tagline was pepperami. It's a bit of an animal. Have a little cartoon man. Little cartoon pepper. I feel grizzled. I don't know why. Midnight Entity and the planet Midnight. Okay. What does the well have to do with the Midnight Entity? The Doctor from the Lily Savage show? Alright, good. We have a bunch of stuff. I can see that you guys want to talk about Midnight. We'll let it happen organically. Give me a minute. Because I got to spin this wheel a couple of more times too. Some people are mainly here for the wheel spins, and I do think they need to get some in as well.
Yeah, baby.
Even though I want to talk about the well too. We don't want to. Nobody wants to. Oh dear. Didn't we look at this one? I feel like... Wait, we didn't even look at the Stovians yet, did we? Shit. Oof. I fucked the wiki roulette. I messed it up, baby.
Why? What?
I ruined it. I went on to another entry without reading this entry. And now everything's ruined. I think I should end the stream.
Yeah. Nuke it.
Just nuke the just nuke the site from orbit.
Yeah.
It's the only way to be sure. Oh, that's from Aliens. And also, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. It is not much that I don't want to talk, but I've already said what I wanted to say on the Discord. I know. We did this. Oh, wait, we also did Stoicism. I think we did Stoicism. Alright. The dominant life form on the planet Sto was a humanoid species, although there were many other species who used the planet home, called the planet home, such as the Zonchi. Society on the planet was highly stratified. There existed an underclass of cyborgs who had been denied equal rights, and while by 2008 things were improving, Sto society still despised their kind. I think there might be a metaphor there somewhere. Furthermore, the majority of Sto society was poor, with many doing menial labour but earning little from it. By one account, Astropeth was human. The name of the species is not given in Voyage of the Damned. In 2008, the Astropeth was identified as a human in a fact file in Doctor Who Adventures 47. In 2023, Astra was given the human creature type on her Magic the Gathering Universe's Beyond Doctor Who card. The same was done for any other humanoid characters, including Adric, Nissa, Riversong, and Idris. In 2024, the name Stovian appears on character cards introduced in the New to Who documentary video, Who is the Best Doctor Who guest star on YouTube. In the notes made during a meeting on the 15th of June 2007, it had been intended for the species to have bindis on their foreheads to signify their alien nature. Oh. Davies later said that if they had the budget, everyone would have had kills. Okay. Ripley, the crash of the Elysium, Mr. Sillimore. What are bindis? They're a ceremonial thing that they're a ceremonial thing that people in South Asia wear. You know, the like dot on the forehead. It was a very stupid and disrespectful thing that Russell was going to try and do, basically. Like the idea that makes you like alien is like, yeah, it's just racism, basically. Like, it's just straight out racism. I don't know, I can't really say anything other than that. Usually, you know, we try to skirt around that word here when it comes to the Davis. But in this case, yeah, that was quite bad. That was quite a bad idea in general. Sacking Russell T Davis isn't enough. So I'm guessing you all enjoyed The Well then. In 2024, the name Stovian. I read that part. I read all of this part, including the racist part at the bottom. What was the next one? The End of Time unproduced TV story. Let's just pop over to that one really quickly. See if it is one that we've done before, which I believe some of you were saying it was done before. The End of Time was a mooted two-part serial plotted by Randy Lefissier, Jean-Marc Lefissier. Yeah. I literally, like, yeah. We've done this before. We've done this before. Okay. Cookie Boy, there is no way that David Tennant actually said that on Doctor Who, is there? I can't remember. RTD never does anything controversial. It was a fine episode, except for, you know, the midnight parts. Yeah, it was alright. I actually don't remember what the fuck. Did that happen? Feels like it would happen. Feels like that would happen. The End of Time was a mooted two parts. We read this part. We're going back to the wheel. We're going back to the wheel, and we're getting this back on track. I don't know why I'm saying that like it's not going completely fine, but we're getting it back on track. This utter train wreck of an episode.
Yeah, baby.
Alan knows. 40? Okay. Let's take a look at what it says about the number 40. DWA 40, Route 40, Took 40, Station 40. Which one are we doing here? Man, RTD is so what? Yeah, Davies wanted to add. Wait, what? A planned line for Unicorn and the Wasp, I think. Naja, do you know better? Yeah, Davis wanted to add it in, but felt he couldn't get away with it. Ben Cook offered him like 20 quid or something if he slipped it in. I feel like everything I said last week and the week before, where I was like, oh no, is this going too far? Am I like stepping over some kind of invisible line here? Like, I feel like now I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, no, definitely, Nick. Racist T. Davis. He was trying to add as many Christie titles as he could to Unicorn and the Wasp. It was gonna go Donna. Oh, it was just like 10 little, and then 10 goes that word aside. Well, you know, that's still racism, just because it's like upper class, like hoity-toity college boy racism doesn't mean that it's not like racism. I don't know. Nobody thought to ask a person of color. Who were they gonna ask? Fucking Noel Clark. Ryan, what's wrong? It's just a perfectly normal and innocent word. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make me explain why it's bad. Please don't make me do. Please don't make me do Ryan teaches you how racism works again. Well, you see. No, that's pretty bad though. That's pretty bad. I think that we should go back to the wheel. Naja Win, you're Naja fan on Twitch. Naja Win. I watched that Doctor Who 10-minute documentary thing, the behind the scenes thing about the world, by the way. Yeah, it made me kind of angry too. I watched it like 5 minutes before this. Technically, word could be fine in another context, but when it's clearly intended as a stand-in for another word, yes. Alright, fine, you don't need to explain that racism is bad this time. Thank you. Thank you. Next time, I'll expect an educational stream about it. I mean, if someone says something silly, then I'll correct them, but no one's saying anything silly. You're all being very sensible. Very sensible indeed. This is a very sensible stream. We're definitely a bunch of functioning adults. I'm a high functioning adult. I'm sorry, I had to. Oh dear. I added all of those to the wheel, by the way. Exact. I need to add Fanny Night. Fanny Night, though. Is it Fanny Night or is it Fanny Night? Is it like a spunky like 1930s lady detective, or is it a Game of Thrones character? I think my vision went black with rage when David said he wanted to put the Orisha into the Pantheon. See, what happened with me is that I heard him talking about that, and in my head I was just like, why don't you just make them the good guys? Why don't you just, like, I don't know, why can't they just be goodies? Why does every alien have to be a monster? I don't know. It's the perfect microcosm of everything wrong with this era. Yeah, that passed me up. I know that was like, that was unintentional, but it was still funny. Can he put Jesus and Allah into the Pantheon? That would be really respectful, I think. I think so too. Hey, RTD, not everything has to be a bloody gimmick. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Bums on seats, don't you know? That's the thing. Don't you know that he's a marketing genius? I've heard that for 20 years. I heard about how Russell T Davies, he might have his flaws as a writer, and he might allow horrible things to go on behind the sets, and he might be a little bit racist. But my God, does he know how to market a show and make it a success? He knows how to market a show and make it a success. All those years, man. All those years. All those years. Could have been worse. The Midnight Entity could have been a Pantheon god. That would have been... I don't know if that would have been better or worse, to be honest. Hot take. I think turning the Kabbalah into Pantheon lore would be very funny. Hi, Doctor Who from Doctor Who. I am God from Christianity. God damn it.
Yeah, baby.
God cameo when? A list of specials. Oh, I bet this is going to be good. I bet this is going to be good because there's going to be like some weird one that I've never heard of. Or the Zygon porn one is going to be on here, which is a very exciting possibility indeed. Alright. No way, Doctor Who and Christianity crossover special. That's every Russell T Davies episode, dude. Every Russell T Davies episode. Wait, what do you mean you have like 3 different modes of existence? That's a heresy and you are forever damned to hell. Okay. The anniversary of Doctor Who, which began with the first episode of An Unearthly Child on 23rd of November 1963, has been commemorated on several occasions. As the franchise grew bigger and branched out, anniversaries for other important events in Doctor Who history have been commemorated. The 10th anniversary of Doctor Who was commemorated with TV The Three Doctors, which was broadcast across 4 episodes from 30th of December 1972 to 20th of January 1973. We Are the Daleks, a Dalek origin story written by Terry Nation and included the Radio Times Doctor Who special. Blue Peter had a 10th anniversary feature that included clips of first and second Doctor stories that are now missing episodes. How did they commemorate the first anniversary? I don't know. I don't know how they would have done. Are you enjoying my musing voice? I'm trying to voice it like someone who doesn't know what Doctor Who is. And is also a very fancy man from like the 1750s. Oh no, I have no idea what radio is. I don't know what a microphone is. Am I doing this right? It's pretty good. Read it like RTD. Okay. Okay, I'll read it like RTD. I'll read it like RTD. Not as good as mine. 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 Non-canon. Not as good as mine. Not as good as mine. Not as good as mine, not as good as mine, not as good as mine. Not as good as mine. Ah, yes! When Doctor Who became good. Me! Oh, wait, no, not as good as mine. Not as good as mine, not as good as mine. Oh, God, that's a lot. Not as good as mine. Jesus, Stephen, calm it down. Not as good as mine. 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 Now we come to the real shit. Ah, yes, the peak of Doctor Who. And it's just smooth sailing from here on out. Did you enjoy my reading? Epic joke. Oh, okay, you actually did a good job. Thank you. Thank you. How do you think Russell would have done his little, like, advertising line for Heaven Sent, by the way? Do you think he would have been like, cloaks, diamonds, punching, marvellous? You think that's what it would have been? That's what he has to say about Heaven Sent. He really likes the punching aspect. To be quite honest, I don't care for this page and would like to spin. I mean, we did get to the end of it, Xavier, so that means that we can go right back to the wheel and spin it. I know. This is just a list of factoids, and we don't come here for that. We come here for the good. We come here for the primo. We come here for that good shit. So, let's say goodbye to this, and let's move on to the Wheel of Names. Why don't we? Alan, you ready? Serve us up something nice this time, okay? We're dying out here. We're spitting feathers. We're parched, and we need you right now. Can you do it? I know you can do it. Can you do it, Alan?
Yeah, baby.
He's not been the same ever since RTD called him out. I'm concerned. I mean, I know he might be like a wheel, and I know he might just be like a tool for the premise of the show that I host, but he's also my mate, and I worry about him sometimes. 101 Park Avenue. Alright, let's get that. Let's get that. Oh Jesus, there's a bunch of stuff. Mitsubishi KI-15. Also, you've... Oh, I might have missed a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. Yeah, no, I see them all. I see them all. We need to add all of these to the wheel. Okay. Gonna add them all now. Gonna add them all now. It's all good. I'm gonna move through and add all the new ones. I'm glad that we have new ones. I'm glad the wheel is like starting to get Oh, I feel like I just added a bunch that I shouldn't have. Oh well. I'll add the Mitsubishi one in. Okay, attack helicopter. Oh no! Is there an attack helicopter joke in Doctor Who canon? Oh, for fuck's sake. Heck Museum of Unexplained and Occult Material. But Naja with the season arc is the most important part of Doctor Who. Yes, but again, helicopter story is quite good. I just thought the page existing was funny in light of its newer content. That is true as well, Xavier. That is true as well. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we got here. Let's see. By the way, follow my Twitch. I'm doing Mass Effect tonight. Let's see. We're on 101 Park Avenue right now, though. 101 Park. We've done this one. We've done 101 Park Avenue before. I swear to God. I'm leaving this place. Ah! Is it the brackets? I think it's the brackets that's doing it. No? Huh. it was unironically nominated for a Hugo and not under like a puppy slate. Crazy. Strange, tried clicking search. Okay. Nope, nothing. Nothing at all. That's very weird. That's very weird indeed. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will copy it and I will paste it back onto the wheel. And then, if we can get the page working again at some point, it will land back on it and we can do it again. Try typing it into the search bar. What, up here? Ah! Let's try it. Nope. Nope. There's nothing, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Hecht brings it up. Oh. Huh. Good shit. Good shit, Najawin. Love that. Love that. Okay. Let's see. The Hecht Museum of Unexplained and Occult Material was a large complex of corridors and rooms which was dedicated to housing the bizarre and unexplained. It was located 5 miles beneath the Royal Mile in Edinburgh. It used the same security system as Fort Knox. Rhoda McAndrew was the curator of the Heck. The contents of the Heck included the foreskin of Merlin, the lance of Longinus, and the heads of a Raxacoricophalopatorian and a Cyberman. In the early 2000s, Nimrod broke into the Hecht and stole the Lance of Longinus. Hang on. Hang on. The foreskin of Merlin, but like Merlin's the Doctor, so... Hang on. Does the... What just happened? Anyway, yeah, no, what? Does the Doctor's foreskin have regenerative properties? You know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Dachia. Thank you so much for that. Oh my god. Appreciate it. Just got a Mitsubishi ad? It comes back each regeneration. Thank you so much. We've definitely talked about this before. Like, it's Have we talked about this before? I can't remember because, as previously said, I'm an old man. But have we talked about this before? Ryan, you just got free money, by the way. I saw that. I didn't really know how to process it. I was like, hang on, did someone just give me money? Why did someone just give me money? Thank you for the money. Oh my god. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Okay. I've got to add tab to the wheel now. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's pop that in. Right there. I think we did foreskin. That sounds like something that would happen here, yes. If the Sycorax cut off the Doctor's member, would Jackie pick that up, or would the meta crisis come out of it? Oh god. In general, surgical procedures like reset each regen. Oh, okay. There are exceptions. A Time Lord had a reoccurring clubfoot, but in general, that's a better. The thing is, if Jackie Tyler did like pick up the Doctor's like chopped off foreskin, would she be like, ugh, or would she be like, what kind of reaction do you think there would be? Maybe a bit of both? Like, what are you thinking? Jack, not Jackie? Oh, oh. I guess we know the answer then. Insert meet the fuckers. Okay, we should do another game. Let's do this. Let's spin the wheel. Why don't we? Alright, let's see what comes up now. Why is there a hole in the wheel? Why is there a hole in Alan? Oh, because you put foreskin in and I was being prepared to put foreskin back in. But then I realised we've already done foreskin before in lore. So there's no point in doing it now. So let's instead spin the wheel.
Yeah, baby.
Insert meet the fucker scene. It's a fighting redacted. Hacking. Hacking. Do they mean like that computer magic, or do they mean like hawking up a lung? Do add turf. I did add turf. I did add turf. It's fine. You know me. You know me. You know I'm a man of the people. Najawin types randomly on his keyboard. Good, good. I'm glad. Hacking, gigafloppying. I'm mentioning it's a fattening. Oh, it's a fattened foreskin. You mean like that? He would have said it like that. And then his penis would have wielded the sword and been like, whoop, 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 whoop. Like that, yeah, yeah, you thinking something like that. Parry, dodge, spin, thrust. I was imagining the whole member. I like to do that as well, it's fine. Alright, let's spin the wheel. Oh, it's hacking. We already found something. We already found hacking. The article. It's just a funny word to say. I don't know. Hacking. Hacking was the act of gaining unauthorized access to databanks and computer terminals. Mickey Smith was skilled at this, hacking into John Lumick's Cybers Industries, and also hacked into UNIT and the Royal Navy with the Ninth Doctor's help to launch a missile on 10 Downing Street. What a weird sentence! Like, imagine someone has no idea what Doctor Who is, and you just show them this. Like, you just show them this little bit of a paragraph. This is so leaked. I think it's leaked as well. I think it's uber leaked. It's an epic loot drop of a Tardis Wiki Roulette. He was so skilled that he hid himself online to search for information about the Doctor, keeping himself hidden for a year. Poggers! The Doctor was also a skilled hacker, demonstrating prestigious skill with computers. Prestigious. I know that it's an accurate word to use in that sentence, and I know that it's definitely the correct word to use in that sentence, but for some reason, it really, 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 really tickled me, and I don't know why. The Doctor was a skilled hacker was not something I was expecting today. I mean, they are. Particularly during their 11th incarnation, the 12th Doctor also hacked all the cameras on Earth, switching them off to discover which biochemical research centre the monks were watching, and also hacked the database of a Mondazian colony ship, rapidly redefining the definition of humanity for a Cyberman aboard to foil the Saxon Master's plans. Nardo, having dubbed himself the Computer Guy, was also a proficient hacker, hacking into the same colony ship's fuel lines to remotely detonate them. The Doctor sometimes made use of their sonic screwdriver to hack into systems quickly. Feels weird? I know, it does feel weird. This whole thing feels weird. You can't have two hackers in a team. I know! I know! I know, I know. I agree. I agree. I feel like they should have made Nardole the action guy and made Matt Lucas do a load of dangerous and life-threatening stunts instead. Mickey Smith was skilled at this. Literally not true. It does say it on the wiki though, doesn't it? That makes it true. Yeah, Matt Lucas should have been the Ian of season 10. It would have been way better. Don't you think it would have been way better though? Doesn't that sound like amazing? Doesn't that sound amazing? Clara Oswald and her counterparts were skilled hackers. Oswald managed to hack into the Daleks' possible. Why is everyone a hacker? Why is everyone a fucking hacker? But 12 already had the fighting skills. I know. That's the problem is you can't really have a team with the Doctor in it where everyone has a specific skill. Because, like, the Doctor is amazing at everything. Like, even with River Song, when she's, like, on a team with the Doctor and she's like, oh, she's the gun girl. Like, that's only because the Doctor just doesn't want to use guns. Like, if they did use guns, they would be like John fucking Wick. And every episode would be over in 10 minutes. You are literally describing Batman. I'm describing Doctor Who. And also Batman, yes. They just know where files are stored on a bloody computer. Insert Jurassic Parks. The Doctor forgot how to fly. Give him someone who can fly. There, you see? You see, I need to reach this panel and just wave my sonic screwdriver at it so it unlocks. But it's 12 feet high. How do I get up there? Say no more, Doctor. Flies up. That'd be great. That'd be great. That would be great. Special skills. Angel from X-Men there. Now you're thinking. Using them to hack into the Shard's computer networks to disrupt their work and take pictures of them using their web cameras. Control of the data cloud also allowed Rosemary Kislet to hack her staff. Georgie Taylor hacked the criminal activity file of Stark Reality, finding that his real name was Starkey. The Wikipedia page about Amble the Ugly Doll was often hacked and altered. Oh, you know what I mean. I know what you mean. I think. I assume. Let's go. Let's spin the wheel again.
Yeah, baby.
Oh god, what? The Doctor from the Lily Savage show. Hello, Jam, how you doing? Good to see ya. Alright, let's take a look. Oh! An incarnation of the Doctor travelled with Gale Tuesday and once landed on one of the twin planets of Gonad. See, people are like, oh, British people, Americans, oh, British people, their humor is so sophisticated. Oh, there's so many layers to it. And meanwhile, we're all there fucking pissing ourselves at this. Gay, furry oligarchs. I've tried 30 variations for a main man's member. Technically, hacker is the right word. The right word is, yeah, it's the word that I can't say on Twitch. But I can't say that because YouTube gets bad. What, Ritz is the correct word for hacker? Ritz? Is that the right word? Sure. The British-made Buster Godad. See, and I think that's funny. The Doctor appeared to know a Cyberman conversing with them in a shop. In the same shop, the Doctor was guided to her companion Gail Tuesday to skincare by a female Dalek, which she was embarrassed by. This version of the Doctor marked the first female incarnation of the Doctor, predating Joanna Lumley's incarnation in The Curse of Fatal Death by 2 years and Jodie Whittaker's debut as the 13th Doctor by over 20. Oh, it's weird that... that's weird too then. Right? Because I assumed this was modern. Jesus. Why did I not know about this until now? I know. I feel like embarrassed right now. I feel like I'm getting second-hand embarrassment from all of this. I'm gonna switch over.
Yeah, baby.
Time sensor. Well, let's take a look at that. Imagine being a white gamer, poor guys. I know. It's awful. You can't imagine. Alright, let's go over to the Tardis Wiki. They knew. They had to know. 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 Oh, Ryan, are you a white gamer? Yes. I'm the whitest gamer. Although they do have a persecution fetish. Anyway, yeah. What's going on here? I'm so sorry, Ryan. You know what? I don't like to directly compare myself to Jesus Christ, but I just try to get through each day with the cross on my back, you know? Okay. A time sensor, which Joe Grant called a TARDIS sniffer. It kind of looks like a dog's face with a long nose. It does look a little bit like a dog's face. Jesus. That was what you were referring to, right? No, I was talking about the fact that it looked like a cock and balls, but I can see dog with a long nose as well. You just don't see... Alright. It was used by the Third Doctor to detect the presence of the Master's TARDIS, calibrated to provide distances to a disturbance in the Venusian fleet, feet and miles. The sensor was kept in the Fourth Doctor's TARDIS. It measured temporal disturbances down to 6 decimal places on the Bocker scale. The Sixth Doctor explained that while he could use his TARDIS to locate the Masters, it would require a regeneration to recalibrate the systems, as the Master had altered his TARDIS so much that it bore little resemblance to the Type 40. Okay. Let's take a look at another one. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Do you think 13 kept that device? Yeah, probably. It's probably came in handy, you know, sometimes. List the titles that reference other works. I think some of the image generation work is quite interesting. List of titles that reference other works. The following is a list of story titles that reference other works. For the sake of simplicity, stories are categorized by the first work that had that title. Okay. This doesn't really seem like something that I can use, this doesn't really seem like something I can turn into content. Right? The Vindicator from the current season should have looked like that. I've already forgotten about the Vindicator, to be honest. I keep forgetting that it exists. Let's have a look. Oh, let's spin the wheel again.
Yeah, baby.
Asthma's playing me up today. Hex Museum of Unexplained and Occult Material. It's funny. Okay, let's take another look. Let's take another look.
Yeah, baby.
Quality Universe. I think we looked at this before. Let's take another look. Yay! My guy! My friend, my beautiful baby boy Miracle Man. Nice. The Quality Universe was the multi-dimensional shared continuity of science fiction comics created by Alan Moore, Steve Moore, and others for Deskin's Quality Communications Publishing Company, principally in the magazine Warrior. Launched in 1982, one of its flagship series was the superhero strip Marvel Man. Sometime before October 1983, the two Moores created a document entitled A Chronology of Everything, almost, although it was later printed in 2001's Kimota, the Miracle Man companion. It was not intended for release, but rather as an internal reference for writers nailing down the timelines of the Interlink series published by Quality. This was contemporary with with Alan Moore's Doctor Who magazine Backup Comics, dealing with the early history of the Time Lords, in which he had introduced the alternative name of Chronarchs for them. In A Chronology of Everything, almost, he linked these works to the Quality Universe with a multiverse twist, the foundational point of divergence of the Quality Continuum, which was further forked off in the 20th century between the timelines inhabited by Marvel Man and V for Vendetta. This was the invasion and near genocide of the Chronarchy by the Warp Smiths, a race introduced in the 1982 Marvel Man story, The Yesterday Gambit, using the Death Cats. A Chronology of Everything almost went as far. I would hasten to point out that the comic series that they're talking about right now is really, really, really good, and you should probably check it out. I will say that. We did this, but it's a good page. It is a good page. Okay. 2000 Recharity, a short story of Rag and Bone connected to the War in Heaven arc of the BBC 8 Doctor Adventures, noted to these ideas and linked them to a special executive. Also featured in Moore's comics by stating that Rassilon had created the special executive to fight the Killer Cats for the sake of the future, showing that in the Doctor Who timelines the executives were instrumental to Gallifrey not falling to the Warp Smiths' attack. More official acknowledgement of the Quality Universes. Hang on. Yeah, most more official acknowledgement of the Quality Universe collection came in 2005 with the second season of Big Finish Productions' licensed Gallifrey series. Starting there, the weaker end-space version of the Warp Smith started to be explicitly seen throughout the series, later playing a key role in Volume 1 of Gallifrey. Wait, they're in audios? The Warp Smiths are in audios? Hang on. Hang on, what the fuck are these? Warp Smiths, also known as Warp Rights, Phadons, or Phadonians, were a time-active species from the planet Phadon and members of the Temporal Powers. Warp Smiths were seen as a credible threat to the Braxiatel collection. The Warpsmiths were incorporeal and made agreements with physical beings to allow them to inhabit their bodies for a set number of years. Whilst the Warpsmiths called such people bond people, Andrew, who found the process disgusting, called them slaves. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This isn't correct. I don't read comics from before the late 90s. Well, you should read this one. You're missing out on a lot of the best comics then, to be honest. But yeah, no, this isn't what a Warpsmith is. This is weird. This is a Warpsmith. This isn't describing any of that. Okay. Let's take another look at the wheel then, why don't we? I'll throw some DC post-crisis in there. You should read Denny O'Neil stuff. That's the good shit. That's the good shit. Okay, go back to the wheel though, why don't we?
Yeah, baby.
Ooh. The Tech Wizard? We already did this. No. Alan, give us some fresh stuff. Is he the hard traveling heroes guy? Yes. Yes, he is. He's very good. Stephen Marley in Universe. He did a graphic novel for The Question called Zen and Violence, and it's very, very good. You should check that out. Okay. Stephen Marley was an individual who came into existence fully formed from the head of Zeus in Warsaw in 1813. He was one of the founders of the Rapscallion Club. After being implicated in a scandal, he was transported to Van Diemen's Land. Years later, he became an inventor, and he moved to New York City. While no photographs of him existed, one group claimed to have taken a photograph of Stephen's animal soul 13 years before his death in 1967. There were rumors that Stephen wrote the story all for the fun of the fear, but there was no evidence to support that he had written the story or even written a single line of fiction in his life. The actual author was more likely to have been 13-year-old Gladys Trubshaw. Oh. But is it better than Tom King's Human Target? Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, baby.
Ain't no way. Yes, way. Yes, way. I don't know who this Tom King is, but I tell you what, they didn't create Ra's al Ghul and Bane and Arkham Asylum and the concept of Batman's rogues all having a psychological mirror to him in some way. So, I mean, Tom King ain't no Denny O'Neil, is he? Just saying. As it's like, oh yes, the author of the Faction Paradox story isn't actually the author, and it's just some random schoolgirl. Oh, okay. Okay, now it kind of makes sense. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm talking about the specific comic, not comparing the writers. It is really good. No, Zen and Violence is really good, Nick Simmons. You should check it out. You should check it out. You should really check it out. Stephen Marley was an individual who came into existence fully formed from the head of Zeus in Warsaw in 1813. He was one of the founders of the Rapscallion Club, but after being implicated in a scandal, he was transported to Van Diemen's Land. Years later, he became an inventor, and he moved to New York. While no photographs of him existed, one group claimed to have taken a photograph of... I already read this one just now. I'm sorry, I'm like... I've got like a sinus problem or something. My head's real fuzzy though. Let's go back to the wheel. Let's go back to the wheel. Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Relatable. I know, that was very weird. That was very weird. Also, we have yet to talk about the well. We'll talk about the well after this one. We'll talk about the well after this one, okay? And then that can take up the rest of the stream. It's just Prince William. William V, formerly known as Prince William, was the King of the United Kingdom who succeeded Charles III during the Martian invasion on 6th of May 1997, which fell within the reign of Prince Elizabeth II. The Prince of Wales and his sons were on the royal jet on course for London when the Martian ship entered the atmosphere, diverting to Madrid. Yada yada. Where's the interesting part? Oh! Prince William and his fiancée Kate Middleton come to help after their butlers went on strike ahead of their wedding to replace the butlers missing window for sign of agreement of food. However, the wedding was ruined when the U turned red eye. Wait, what? No, this is weird. I found a good one. On 20th of October 2015, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge were the hosts of the second day of the state visit of Chinese President Xi Jinping, with a reception featuring the BBC display including props of a bronze Dalek and the contemporary TARDIS. God, that must have looked so rinky-dink. How embarrassing. Jesus. Also, Ryan, look at the messages. Ryan, you forgot Home Assistant V14. I've got it. It's on the wheel. New here, what's the premise? Hello, new person. The premise is that we take things and we put them on this wheel, and then we spin the wheel, and then whatever the wheel lands on, we talk about on Tardis Wiki, and we're gonna do that right now. So you get to see the premise acted out in real time. Can you believe that I've done 75 of these, and it still feels like I started yesterday? In that I'm really bad at it. Let's spin the wheel!
Yeah, baby.
Nardol's imaginary friend. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We already looked at this one. But you know, we can look at it again. That's fine. That's also okay. Nowhere does it say we can't do that, and we do have rules of conduct, but that's not on them. Nardole once had a male imaginary friend. After learning that Billa created an imaginary version of her mum, Nardole revealed that he also had an imaginary friend. He stated that this friend left him for someone else, which he sarcastically said was charming. Given Nardole's tendency towards humour, particularly in terse or uncomfortable situations, and also given the unlikelihood of an imaginary friend transferring him from one person's imagination to another, it's likely that Nardole was not being serious about this. I want to look up humour. I want to see what the TARDIS Wiki writers have to say about the concept of humour. It's just a list of references to the word humour, with no explanation as to what humour is. And then you may be looking for humours. You did start yesterday. It has only been a day for everyone else. Oh god. Let's see how Doctor Who's representation of humor isn't humorous. I agree. So this is the part where we talk about the well, because I haven't talked about the well yet today. Let me get the wheel up. There we go. Get the wheel up while we talk about the well. Well. What did you think of the well, chat? Did you enjoy the well? Did you not enjoy the well? Did you think that it was a triumph? Did you think that it was a pile of dog shit? Like, let me know in the comments below my face. Tell me now. Black with rage. Okay, so Najawin loved it. Bit odd. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I think haven't watched Doctor Who since the Capaldi. How DEI loaded is it now? Oh, this is the wrong stream for you, buddy. Whoops. I would say there needs to be about 30% more. Maybe 40%. The well, the episode that features the scene where the wheel landed on the page after V14 and then forgot. Yes! Yes! Let's go on Home Assistant V14. Thank you, Xavier. Thank you so much. Oh, these guys! These handsome lads. Najawin, good. Chase him away. Yeah, I know. I don't even have to say shit. My chat is like on it. On it. Why the it's not hostility. We're just letting you know that we don't believe that stuff. You are more than welcome to hang out with us and chill with us, but we're not going to be complaining about DEI. We're not going to be talking about how the white male is under constant threat from the existence of the not white males. We're not going to be doing any of that shit here. We're just going to be looking at articles and having a good old laugh. Just say DEI with a hard R. Oh, fuck. And occasionally cracking zingers like that. But Riot, they're coming for a job. We're also not going to get offended, because we aren't like that here. Don't give a fuck. But please, I'd love to see what you say next. You just got an ad for crypto, Cookie Boy. In the 21st century, Home Assistant V14 was a Home Assistant that resembled the Voc robot V14. Home Assistant V14 was owned by actor Louise Jameson, who once starred in Doctor Who. In her garden, she was on the phone with her friend Tom, telling him about how much she liked the robot, but after she accidentally overloaded it with instructions and it tried to kill her, she had to beat it down with a Blu-ray copy of Doctor Who Season 14. Home Assistant sounds like Homer Simpson. You're an English dude. Do you not care about the things you see every day? Because I know it's like it's like 10,000 times worse. I mean, like, do you mean like how some of my family members' brains are so rotted by like far-right propaganda and lies that I can't even have a functional relationship with them now because they've effectively been turned to fascism? Or do you mean how the country is effectively a corporatocracy that the conservative government has privatized into oblivion and now has basically no like functioning social services? Do you mean that when you say the problems, or do you mean the fact that brown people are there? What do you mean, buddy? I would like to know that, frankly. Once you can give me a clear answer on that, maybe we'll have a conversation, but probably not because we're getting quite close to the end of the stream. But like, good try though. You know what I mean? Good try. Let's pop around to the wheel again. Why don't we? I think this was cute, by the way. In her garden, she was on the phone with her friend Tom, telling him how much she liked the robot after she accidentally overloaded it. Yeah, I thought that was a cute little bit. I love the little bits they put sometimes on the DVDs and Blu-rays. I think they're really fun. Okay, let's go on to the wheel. Ryan, thoughts on pronouns? Gender ambiguity. I think they're pretty cool, man. They're pretty cool. We're like extremely left-leaning and support only basic human rights but advanced human rights. We're just saying our opinions, man. Why is this episode hitting the algorithm so hard? That person who came in and donoed earlier as well, which thank you, by the way. Like, what is going on? But yeah, we ain't the place for that. We ain't the place for that. Passive aggressive much? I feel like they're being directly aggressive. I don't think there's any passivity in the aggression that's going on right now. You're catching on right now. Yeah, and I detect obvious hostility. Mate, what I thought the left-wing people were supposed to be the snowflakes who got, like, easily offended and shit. Why is there so much fucking sand in your vagina, dude? Like, you came into another space and started complaining about brown people, and you're surprised that we're all like, yo, fucking stop being cringe, bro. Like, nah, mate, nah. Fucking cry me a river. Last time I checked no, they want freedom of speech for them. They want freedom of speech for them. They want to put us in camps, but they want freedom of speech for them. It's because we're so tired, Ian. We're so tired of your nonsense. Yeah, we've literally, like, lost family members to that bullshit and stuff. Like, no. You came into another space, me with your mom last night. Mate, my mom would rip you in fucking half, dude. I'm telling you, my mom would have fucking smashed your face in by now. Thank God for Elon Musk and his shitpost memes. That was very clever. He doesn't know how terrifying my mom is. That's why that's funny to me. Such wit. Unless you say the word Seth. Do you remember when we were going to talk about the well? Okay, let's spin the wheel again. Come on, guys. We're getting distracted. Need your papers to post in this chat. I really hope that wasn't my dad. No. Are we going to talk about the TV show or just virtue signal for the rest of our long that is? No, it's not virtually signaling if we believe it. Ian, are you my dad? Won't you please? In your last live stream, you said RTD should be fired for destroying something that should go on forever. Can you please elaborate? Did I say that last time? That sounds like something I would say. I just think he's really mismanaging the show, and I think that some of the decisions that have been made with regards to the last series have done damage that might just be permanent to Doctor Who. And it worries me because, like, I think what Doctor Who actually needs is 1 or 2 seasons of just really good TV. And as long as the current system of it being 5 white dudes who will go to the same pub together, constantly shuffling between each other who's in charge, as long as that kind of power structure is in control, you're never really going to see the kind of change that needs to happen in Doctor Who for Doctor Who to be really successful again. Which honestly is just new, fresh people who know what they're doing. I believe RTD should be fired too. I just don't think he should be fired because of DEI. Why do you want... Yeah, sack Russell T Davies, but, like, not in a homophobic way. Exactly. I don't think he should be blacklisted either. I don't see how that helps. Doubt you agree with my What is your reasoning? It's a Sin was great. Yeah, no, I think Russell could deliver amazing television. I just don't know if he's the right fit for Doctor Who anymore. Fair enough, but I think it's a bit hyperbolic to say he's destroying it. Well, I mean, you know what, Thomas? Let me tell you something. I am a live streamer, and sometimes I overgas my opinion for the sake of keeping it entertaining. I do think he's doing a lot of damage, though, and I think you could probably say he was destroying it, yes. Sack RTD for actually meaningful things. When was Doctor Who not woke? I love how one fucking chud comes into the chat and all of you just immediately fucking jump. Not gonna say I can type it with through the media friendly. Oh, why aren't you gonna say it? Why can't you even tell me your fucking opinion, mate? I told you mine. I think his ego is out of control and I think he's become a mad king. That's why I think. Why do you think? Just join the title, what's going on? Someone said they want to sack Russell T Davies, and they won't explain why they want to sack Russell T Davies, but they have mentioned DEI, so I think I know why they want to sack Russell T Davies, and I'm just trying to get a straight answer out of the dude. Normally we spin wheels and have a lot of fun time, but I'm just seeing where this goes right now, because this is entertaining. Yeah, bro, he's just a bad writer. Who cares about his personal life, bro? We're all just people. See, the fact that you're saying that is weird. That's a weird thing to say. That's odd. Yeah, this is just an odd moment. Yeah, just ignore the weird dude. It's okay. Far right is conjecture. They might just be an idiot. They might actually just be like a liberal person who's really fucking stupid. That's also entirely possible here. Which at the end of the day is serving the interests of the far right. So like, it's a distinction without a difference. But, benefit of the doubt. Technically the BBC hasn't destroyed Doctor Who since they stopped wiping episodes. That is technically correct, Thomas Sahib, which is the best type of correct, as you know. God, I love how folk the third Doctor is. Oh dear. The show was partially made by a woman and a gay Asian. Facts. And as we all know, facts don't care about your feelings. Let's spin the wheel again. Did we spin the wheel again? I don't know if we spun the wheel again. We might have done. List of Docky Who games. That sounds fun. Do you remember when we were going to talk about the well? Indians aren't they literally are. It's literally an Asian. We have a verdict. I think that comment seals it. We have a verdict. Well, I know you're not my dad now, because my dad calls Indians Asians. So I've confirmed that. No Asian would like being conferred to her, and then he wrote a slur. But keep going, my bros. Okay, yeah, that is a slur. That is a slur. And I don't know why he's saying keep going, like he's in the right. Oh, this is really good. This is really good. You know, I was gonna end the stream, but I think I'm just gonna stay here for a minute. When wasn't it woke? Please help me. My YouTube channel is sinking without being able to reference non-woke content. Oh my god. It's Ian Levine in disguise. Oh my god! Are you Ian Levine? Oh my god! I loved you in Love and Monsters. You were the best. India is literally part of Asia. Just out of curiosity, who do you think should replace RTD as the new showrunner? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know. Just not one of the people who's already done it. If we actually want to get... William Hartnell hated the gay Asian you're championing. Why are you writing like this? Why are you writing like this? Why are you... I mean, William Hartnell hated a lot of different groups of people because he was an old man when the show was made in the fucking 60s. That's a very good point. We should realign all of our fucking moral and social progress to align with a man who was an old man during the early 60s because he was in Doctor Who. This isn't how the stream is normally. It's a bit like this normally. You are cool, Thomas, though. I appreciate you trying to re-rail the stream. We should realign all of our morals to 2,000 years ago. He was about 50, though. Yeah. Yeah, he was about 50. At a time when the life expectancy was 51. The Daleks were based off of 1940s Germans, let us not forget. He's heard it all before and it goes in one ear and out the other. There's no point. There is no point. There is no point. I stand behind my thesis that if you think the show went bad at some point, you should be able to point to where, so please do so. I would like to point out that the person who just said that to you, Ian Linus, is literally a scientist. So go off, Queen. Carry on. And Hartnell might not have been an angel, but I think he would have advocated for... I don't think he would have advocated for 1940s German values. I think Hartnell would have advocated for shooting 1940s German values in the comics shock and then having a pint to celebrate afterwards. That's what I think William Hartnell would have advocated for. Because you know what? We probably would have disagreed on a lot of things, but we both would have disagreed that that's a good time. Don't worry, he's a Time Lord. Hartnell will be fine. Now you get it. Going to dig up Terry Nation right now. Be right back. Oh my god. I did not expect this today. Let's spin the wheel again. Let's spin the wheel again. We've dealt with this for long enough. We've dealt with this for long enough. They don't even want to answer a single question. They're just here to fucking cause trouble.
Yeah, baby.
Hang on. Special, random. Oh, it's a random page. That's fun. That's fun. Okay. Yeah, let's just do a random page. Let's do a random page to cap tonight off. Hang on. Hang on, I want to do something. I'm just really enjoying this, what's going on in the chat right now. I'm sorry, guys. No, I'm proud of you all. I'm proud of you all. I like that you all fucking lunged on it like that. Ryan, I miss Sonic, by the way. Hang on. Whoop, whoa! There you go. Alright, we got one. We got a random page, guys. We got a random page. Mikawa was a Daendum who was part of the invasion force in the Battle of Capra in the 27th century. Oh my god! Guys, we talked about Doctor Who instead of woke nonsense. Aren't you proud? Thanks, Ryan. My night is complete now. Anytime. Random page or random Dent, daughter of Arthur Dent? That is the question that can never be answered at the beginning of time. What on earth are you talking about? What's going on? This is the law of all time. One more? I can do one more. I can do one more spinny spin, I think.
Yeah, baby.
Hang on. Hang on, guys. Joy to the World TV. We're not looking at that. That's boring. Boring!
Yeah, baby.
Dentist, the church on Ruby Road. Also, I haven't watched that episode yet. Why is it cycling back to the fit dentist? We know about the fit dentist. Alan.
Yeah, baby.
If chuds were flies, Najawin will be a Venus flytrap. I'll give him that. Me too. No, I've got to say, props to Najafan for like defending this space like a rabid pit bull there. Ryan, do you like fit dentists? Who doesn't like fit dentists? If you tell me that you don't like fit dentists, I'm going to assume that you're lying. And then I'm going to have to ask for a look in your backpack. So I still need a copy of Timothy Snyder's Black Earth. Oh, God. What? How does this disprove my point? European writing is inherently conservative. If Morris Hussein tried to write something conservative, it'd still be liberal through the liberal... What? What is going on here? Anyway, guys, I gotta go about to hit clock's about to hit midnight, and I'm taking as my side go to go to sleep. I'll catch you later, Good Omens fan. Thank you for popping in. Hope to see you again soon. I'm sorry about the smell in here right now, but they won't be here next time. Is John Locke inherently conservative? David Hugh, Emmanuel Kant. Yes, let them fight. Let them fight. I completely agree. I completely agree. No, I'm not going to ban you. I'm not going to ban you because I'm enjoying watching Naja win fucking rope-a-dope you. So why would I ban you? This is really funny. You said I wouldn't be here next time. Yeah, because you're going to crack and you're going to disappear. Or you're going to make a burner account and keep following us and pathetically trolling us for weeks and weeks on end until you get bored by the lack of attention you're going to get, and then you're going to leave. Do you have any idea how many times this has happened, dude? Also, unlike some, we don't like censorship, we like education. That is also true. This is an educational live stream. I could just, I don't know, show up to this stream again. You could. You could. I would really like that. I would really like that. I would make money off that. You should do that. You should come in. You should come in. Pay me some money. Go on. I wonder what Ian Linus would make of Jenny Everywhere. We are doing Write a Batman from Scratch on Thursday. Perhaps you could learn something good. Yeah, perhaps you could learn things. Could you imagine such a terrifying thing? Karl Marx is inherently conservative. Heard it here, over here. Oh god, mate, please stop. The fact that the character is universal and then has to be defined as explicitly either brown or Asian gives away the game. What game? What game do you think we're all playing? We'll see you soon, mate. Anyway, I'm actually going now. The rest of you have a wonderful time, and do please try to be careful with the sky. I hear they have very thin skulls. Bye.